What's up, y'all? Welcome back. This is Bales with Southern For Real. We're going to be knocking out another easy weeknight dinner. You know how it goes. Every once in a while you've got one plan in mind for dinner and you got to change directions. So we're going to plan B for tonight. So with everybody's hungry already, so we're going to make this go fast. And what we're going to be cooking up tonight is saffron rice with lamb sausage and roasted red pepper. It's going to be really delicious, and it's going to be high speed and low drag, y'all. So I'm going to show you how we're going to set this up. We got our Instant Pot out, so super easy. First we're just going to pour in our saffron rice. It's pre-seasoned, and I'm just going to add to that about a teaspoon of olive oil. And I'm just going to give all that rice a stir, get it all coated with that olive oil. And in my experience, what this does is as the rice cooks, it helps the kernels maintain their individual integrity rather than, just clumping together. So just going to give that a quick mix. And that looks great. Remember, y'all, this isn't brain surgery. This is just, rice in the Instant Pot. So we went in with 10 ounces of rice. Into that we're adding 12.5 ounces of water. And I'm just going to give that a quick mix in the pot. Close our lid. Make sure you've got it in the sealing position and not the venting position. That won't do you any favors. We're going to hit pressure cook for high pressure, and we're going to go for 4 minutes. After 4 minutes, we're going to let it do a 10-minute natural release, and that's going to be the perfect time to put on our lamb sausage. So it's always good when the pretty camera woman points out that you completely forgot the other ingredient that's very obviously on the counter and in plain sight. So the other thing we're going to add to our saffron rice, this is just a can of no salt added Rotel. And we find that the tomato and peppers adds a lot of flavor to the yellow rice. So we're just going in with the whole can. We're going to give that another little stir. Okay, y'all, now we are ready to pressure cook. Once again, 4 minutes on high pressure, and we are good to go. All right, guys, so our 4 minutes at high pressure have just elapsed. We're now just letting this do a natural release while it keeps itself warm. So it's the perfect time to get our lamb sausage on and going. We've already got this griddle preheated. So we're just going to go straight on with our sausage. I expect these will cook up in 8 to 10 minutes, and we'll have another weeknight dinner ready to go, y'all. So we're cooking our sausages over a medium-high heat tonight, y'all. Essentially what you want to do is get this skillet as warm as you can without getting it smoking. These are not a smoked or cured product, they're a fresh product. So we are going to cook this sausage all the way through. And we should end up with a really nice brown on our casing. So that's what we're going for. So as you guys can tell, I'm having a pretty off night in the kitchen tonight. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, who knows? I think my 2 brain cells are engaged in a bloody civil war right now. We're not sure which one's going to survive. But I forgot to oil the griddle, and the reason for doing that is really just to try to protect this casing and make sure that it doesn't stick and break down during the cook. But as usual, the rule when you're cooking is just don't panic. 9 times out of 10 you can make adjustments. This isn't brain surgery, this is just cooking at home. Now if you're a baker, I get it. That's different. That's why I don't bake. Alright, y'all, so we're working with a lamb sausage tonight just because it's something we had in the freezer and I needed something that would defrost in a hurry, and this fit the bill. But you could do this dish with many different kinds of proteins, and you could even skip the protein. You could do this with grilled eggplant, which would be delicious with the saffron rice for a vegetarian option. But we've done this in the past with beef tenderloin tips. We've done it with smoked chicken. You could do it with any kind of smoked sausage you might have laying around. So this is really a flexible dish that you can make your own. So cook with what you've got and cook what makes you happy. All right, so as y'all can see, we've just started turning our sausages. We're getting a nice crust on them. Actually getting a little more action than I was going for there, so I'm going to move them just a little further from the heat source itself, just so they don't get too dark on us. So, but that's part of cooking, you know, you're always going by feel, making adjustments. It's just part of the process. All right, y'all, so just like you'd expect, you can see brownings occurring fairly quickly on the sausage that's nearest the heat source and more slowly on the other. So we're just flipping the bacon, as I like to say, just keeping things moving, making sure they all come out just right. All right, y'all, so our rice is just finished its natural release. We're going to go ahead, I'm actually going to rotate that a little bit. We're going to go ahead and move the dial to the venting position, let it release the remainder of its pressure. And as soon as this pin drops, it's going to be safe for us to open up the pressure cooker. Very important, you don't want to be trying to get this thing open while it's still pressurized. You always want to be careful when you lift that lid. I suggest lifting it away from you because there's going to be a lot of steam. And the steam's hot and it will burn you. We're just going to fluff this rice. It is looking great. Very moist, perfectly cooked. Y'all saw how hard I worked at this, right? I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. So I'm actually just going to put the lid back on just to keep things warm and to maintain moisture. All right, so we're going to head back over to our sausages, which are still cooking. They're taking just a minute or two longer than I thought they would. So I'm just going to rotate them one more time here. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to realign them like so. And turn the heat down just slightly so they don't get too brown being right over that heat. And you know, our rice is ready. We need these sausages to be done too because we're hungry. So I'm just going to add some water to create steam. And I'm just going to throw that aluminum pan over the top. That's going to create convection. It's going to cook those sausages in a hurry. Was that the original plan? No. Is it going to work out great? Yes. Be creative with your cooking, guys. All right, y'all, so remember, you put this over a hot skillet that's producing steam. So it's hot. You don't want to touch it. So we're just going to lift it up, take a peek. Oh yeah, those are looking cooked all the way through. I'm just going to go ahead and pull that off. And everything's ready. It's time to go to the plate. All right, y'all, so this is what we're calling dinner tonight. We've got the lamb sausage, which you watched us cook up on the griddle. Saffron rice, which we knocked out in the Instant Pot. And the easiest one of the three, the roasted red pepper, which came right out of a jar. Doesn't get no easier than that. So, let's get a taste. Just going to go for a little bite of everything. Cooperate, food. Get on the fork. All right, we're going to cheat. Use the other hand because it's practical. Wow. All right, so the sausage is cooked perfectly. The trick of steaming it a little bit at the end really worked out well. It kept it nice and moist. It's cooked all the way through. It's actually our first time trying this particular product, and it's really delicious, so that's fun. The rice itself is extremely moist, very tasty. The rotel gives it just a little bit of kick. And that roasted red pepper lets us tell Mama we ate our veggies. So thank y'all for joining us tonight. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And as always, Thank you to all of you and to all of those whose family members are in harm's way tonight. Whether you're deployed overseas or whether you're taking care of your fellow man in our nation's medical centers, thank you for your service. We love you, and God bless.